Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So today we're talking love and marriage, Huntsville. You guys know why you're here. Today is a crash out edition of Love and Marriage Huntsville. You know, I don't know what's going on. All that it is giving you guys is that the reunion did not go well for some people. And the people that it did not go well for are showing their behinds, you guys. So first I wanted to start off because Stormy had another live last night, you guys, for the body glaze extravaganza and all that, right? And had a lot of flash sales. Also had the same PS5 that Mel had on her live, and also had some Nike shoes and socks and all those things. But that's not why we're discussing this. And also wanted to rub some product on Courtney, you know, like how Mel rubs product on people. But again, you know, they try to flip this around. Who's really copying who when it's all said and done? Nonetheless, you guys, that is not why we're talking about Stormy. We're talking about Stormy saying for Black Friday, for the upcoming November live for TikTok, you guys, guess what she said she's coming out with? She said she is coming out with room spray. Kind of reminds me of Big D Energy from Destiny. Also said that there was going to be some candles coming out. Kind of reminds me of what Destiny said. And then she said there's going to be some car fresheners coming out and some body butter, you guys. That is from the Stormy Steele, you guys, who did her TikTok live in New York. So my question is, what is this the mentorship that Destiny is talking about that she's receiving from Stormy, i.e. just handing over her entire business to Stormy? Is that what that is, allegedly, or is this something else? Is this some other scheme? I'm just trying to put the pieces together as to how it's okay for other people to be accused of copying somebody and trying to do what somebody else is doing, but Stormy basically is like swindling is like swindling Destiny from up under her. And it's like, I will be your mentor, and I'm going to take over your businesses as well. What? Make it make sense. But that's, you know what happens when you have a friendship of convenience, when you have a friendship based off of mutual hatred for somebody, you guys. So that was that, you guys. And then Destiny, which is what we're going to segue into with some of these other people, is now all of a sudden playing victim, is again pushing the narrative. Oh, the millimeters are this and this and this. And it's like, girl, so why are you now trying to push this false narrative? But you did not have the same smoke. You did not have the same energy when a non-millimeter filmed all up and through your house and put it on social media. Where was the smoke for that, Destiny? So please miss me with this newfound fake outrage when somebody filmed at the house that you were squatting at, exposing all of your personal details that was in that home. And you have the audacity to get on the internet and try to make this about Mel and Mel fans and everything else. No. Not gonna happen. Then we have Ken crashing out, who has done the entire mute challenge this season on Love and Marriage Huntsville, but apparently the reunion must not have gone the way that he thought it was going to go. So now he needs to insert himself and assert himself and remind the people that he is trying to be a reality TV star. And I just want to ask the question, we did not want you to be a reality star. We didn't ask for you. We did not send for you, Ken. So why are you out here?
So he's having this crash out. He's doing all of this shading of Marquez, who is the biological father of the kids that Marquez shares with Trish, regardless of whatever dysfunctional situationship that Trish and Marquez have got going on. Marquez is that kid's father. And for all intents and purposes, we have not heard, even with all of the chaos and all of the drama, we have not heard from the kids, or technically Trish herself, that Marquez was a bad father, that Marquez was a deadbeat, that Marquez was not involved in his kid's life. But you feel, Ken, since you are somebody's boyfriend number 2, that, you know, you now feel like you should be calling people dad? Or they should be calling you dad? No. And then why are you exposing Marquez's kids' personal information? Saying their kids' names, saying where they were at, where you were at, that you were at the dance studio or wherever, and that's why you were late getting on social media. We didn't ask for you to get on social media. Nobody told you to convince Trisha to wear that hideous Party City wig for the reunion. It was atrocious. Everybody now all of a sudden wants to be blonde and think that they can pull off a blonde look like Melody Cherie Rogers, and they looked a hot mess, Destiny included. Blonde is not for everybody. But that wig was an absolute no. That wig was an absolute no. It should be burned into the fire. It should be thrown away in the trash. It should go out in the dumpster, you guys. Nobody told Trisha that wig was a good idea, but you can. So please do not get on the internet and come for Mel supporters and Melometers. And this is the thing. Stop saying, oh, you must be one of her people. What? What does that mean? What does her people mean? Are you kidding me? And then having the audacity to age shame people. See, this is the thing I don't understand. When people age shame, and it's like, you do realize that one day you're going to get older, if you are lucky enough to see that age. So while you are up here throwing digs at people at their age and saying that they've got dialysis at 4:30 in the morning, what if something happens to you? What if you need dialysis now, Ken? Because kidney failure is just not at old age. You can have kidney failure at any age. So please miss me with these reads on older people, and you'll be lucky yourself if you see that age. It's not guaranteed. People are checking out younger and younger by the day. People are checking out in their 30s, in their 20s, in their teens. So you really have the audacity in thinking that, number one, assuming that all of Mel's fans are of an elder, of a vintage age, and then trying to throw shots about things associated with older people and different disease processes and all of these things. No. You better be lucky none of it happens to you, is all I'm going to say. And you should be thanking your lucky stars if you have the chance to be of a certain age one day. But it's the audacity for me. It's the audacity for me. It's the triflingness for me. And then you keep saying, oh, I like Mel. Mel's a cool person. I've never had an issue with Mel. Mel has always been nice to me for the few times that I've gotten to know her. Bloody, bloody, blah. However, she's got some weird fans. She's got some crazy fans. Bloody, bloody, blah. What? Did you attend Marceau School of the Melometers Are Deplorables class? I am just trying to understand where these talking points are coming from. Or were these the same talking points that you guys attempted at the reunion taping and it flopped? Because what is going on with this onslaught of attacks on the Melometers and Mel supporters? It's getting exhausting. But then y'all are the same people that want to get on the internet and play victim and cry wolf if, X, Y, and Z happens afterwards. But you like to throw out, these little, buzzwords, these little talking points, and you think nothing is going to happen. And you think everybody is just going to be cool with it and be willy-nilly. No. And then you're pulling a funky Dineva. Oh, I didn't say everybody, but you said her people. You said specifically the Melometers and the Mel fans as a whole, as a group, as a collective. Do we need to go back to school? Do we need to go back to school to, understand the difference between all and none and some and not many and a few? I mean, do we need to do this? Do we need to have a class? Because some of you, the education did not educate. Obviously, it did not. And then you get mad when people question the dumb stuff you say. No. We're not going to play this game, right? We're not going to play this game. But Carlos, own Discovery. All Mel fans, all Mel supporters, I implore you to contact Discovery. Ask them to run you the money. Ask them to run you the check. Run you the $300 an episode, allegedly, since your name is in their mouths. I mean, it's simple to me. They can't keep your name out their mouths. They can't keep the Melometers' name out their mouth. You might as well get paid for it. You might as well get a check for it. It can go to something. It can go to a nice restaurant. It can go to some bills. It can go to some clothes. It can go to your phone bill. It could go to something, because make it make sense. At what point is the Melometers going to stop being discussed? All you're doing is giving the Melometers all this power. You're giving the Melometers all this power. You have elevated them. Well, Funky Dineva and others have elevated them now to the Beehive and the Barbs and Barty Gain and all the things. So you guys are a dominant force, considering a show that airs on the O Network that is barely getting viewers anymore. Look at your power. Look at your impact. But see, Ken, this didn't go the way that you thought it was going to go, because Marquez has since responded. And Marquez now says that he has a fan base that he is calling the Marquemeters or the Marquezometers or whatever meters, and wants to join forces with Mel and Melometers and a woo woo. Crash out merch. I mean, but on the real. So Marquez got on live because Marquez's son called him and was like, Dad, what's going on? Why is Ken saying on the internet that you're a deadbeat? And that pissed off Marquez. And then Marquez, I guess, his connections and corporate and everything else, they're like, why are they saying that you're a deadbeat? We know that you talk to your kids every day. You see your kids all the time, blah, 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 blah. And then he said that the reason that he does not go to his former house that Ken is laying up in with Trisha currently is because Ken pulled a GUN on Marquez. You heard that correctly. Ken, Mr. Oh, I'm rough and tough, pulled a GUN on Marquez, people. Can you make it make sense? And also Marquez wanted to clarify the Ken Diddy comment, which apparently that sent some people into a frenzy. But what Marquez said was, obviously, if Ken was a PEDO, he would not be anywhere near his children. That's not the issue. He said the issue is when he said Ken Diddy, he was saying it in regards to Ken exploiting, he now calls Trisha his friend, his former friend, and his kids. Basically used his, whatever she is. I don't know if she's officially his ex-wife yet or not, but he said his former friend and his kids to become famous on this reality show, to become reality TV famous and all these things. And he doesn't care at the expense of these kids. And he said that they're mad at Marquez because Marquez did not follow the script. Marquez did not get information and go with the narrative that he was a deadbeat father. because they were thinking in their minds, if they present the false narrative that Ken is a deadbeat father, then that can get more sympathy and more support for Ken and Trisha as a couple, and people can ignore that Trisha is still married to Marquez. And technically, Ken is boyfriend number 2 because Martel was the preferred boyfriend number 1. And Ken saying he doesn't care about Martel and Martel was before him? Stop it. You didn't have that same look on your face when it was airing, when the show was filming. You definitely were in your feelings, or you're a terrible actor. One or the other. But, nonetheless, the issue, Marquez was trying to basically timeline for us, that basically since 2017, something inappropriate had been going on with Trisha and Ken. However, it wasn't until after the pandemic, which would have been at least 2020, where, Marquez wanted to pull the plug on everything, but still lived in the house for another 9 months until he got adjusted. But basically, Ken was out here being disrespectful and inappropriate. Trisha didn't want Marquez at the gym with her because she said she didn't want, quote, competition. And basically, Marquez said that the reason that, a huge reason that things broke down between him and Trisha was because she flat out stopped talking to him. This is what Marquez is saying, people. This is Marquez's version of events, you guys. And, basically said he was lied to about the kids filming. And when he signed a release, he said he was told that there was supposed to be a dance TV show. And the release, he said this before on, the Carlos King interview. He said this before on lives and things, but wanted to give the full circle for the new people, or for the people who aren't familiar with the whole thing, right? And so essentially, said that he thought that the kids were going to be, that the daughter was going to be on a dance show due to her, having dance recitals, everything else, kind of similar to Bring It. He did not know this was going to be Love and Marriage Huntsville. And basically was conned, was lied to, was scammed, and didn't know he was going to be used. He said when he filmed scenes with Marceau, this was already after 2 months that they had already been filming scenes calling Marquez a deadbeat and an absentee father. And he said, and this was funny, he said that Marceau has known him since 2009, you guys. Marceau has known Marquez since 2009, but didn't know he was married to Trish. Well, what is going on with the communication in Huntsville? What do you mean he didn't know you were married to Trish? Just like Destiny didn't know Mel for all these years until recently? No. And you're supposed to be Martel's friend all these years? No. Something in the milk is not clean. How are you friends with somebody, their spouse or whomever, for X amount of years, and you know nothing about their significant other or their spouse that they've been married to for over a decade? Oh, no. That is crazy. Absolutely crazy. But moral of the story is Marquez says it's a cheap shot, to say whether or not Marquez is emotional and all this other nonsense and whatever else. So I don't know if he's going to take the legal route at this point or what's going to happen. But basically, Trisha's mad because whatever money that Marquez was providing for her, it has decreased. It is not the same anymore. And so they're relying on Love and Marriage Huntsville and that $300 alleged an episode to fill in the blanks, to fill in the gaps for them, to help make the ends meet. But it sounds like the ends are not meeting and the ends are not justifying the means. And basically Marquez is saying that Ken changed Trish for all of the wrong reasons, has her looking crazy in that Party City wig and all of the things. It wasn't even Halloween. It wasn't even a costume. She just decided that that was a look, and it's gonna look a hot mess on 4K, and we're going to be dragging Oh, we're going to be dragging it. She better hope that this reunion does not air until May, you guys. She better hope the reunion does not come out until May of next year, because what a hot mess. What an absolute hot mess. But nonetheless, that is that. That is the latest in the Huntsville happenings. The Melometers, the Mel supporters are under attack once again. And, at this point, can Discovery and Own and Carlos just run the Melometers the check? Because I think if that gets loud enough to start running the check and the paying the money, maybe some people will finally shut up. And here's the thing, like I keep saying, there's more than Mel fans and Mel supporters who do not see it for any of you on this show, who think a lot of you are frauds, are scammers, are white labeling, are lame, who give nothing to the show. It has nothing to do with whether or not people like or dislike Mel. It has everything with you being a snooze fest on the show and then trying to act buck on Instagram and acting buck on a Facebook Live. Get it together. Give that energy on camera and not when the cameras are not rolling and you still need to keep a check and you still need to justify why you need to come back another season. No. You've had an entire season to give us something and you gave us mumbles and muscle. No, I don't care what you have to say right now. And again, you have somebody who is an active father in their kids' lives and who is still allegedly married to the woman that you're, hooking up with and all the things, who does not want to commit to you. And you think you're doing something, being all big and bad on social media, saying, well, I'm in the house and I'm the father that stepped in and blah, blah, blah. Sit down. Because it's giving press, it's giving that since you're doing all this bragging, that obviously something is still lacking. Something still has you feeling inadequate and insecure to the point that you have to go online and continue to bash somebody's kids and bash their father and exploit the kids to do it. No. It's lame, it's tired, and it's embarrassing. And Trisha, where are you? Where are you if your kids are calling Marquez, telling them that they don't like what Ken is doing and you're sitting there doing the mute challenge? This show is not that serious. This show is not this important for you and Ken to be crashing out like this and acting a fool like this on the internet. Meanwhile, your kids are suffering. Where is the thought process for the well-being of the children? If the children are upset that they already are filming a show and being asked questions about their father that isn't true, and now have to see on social media, because they're old enough, to see Ken insulting their dad and saying that they're the kid's real dad and all these other things. You don't think that screws with the kids? You don't think that affects the kids mentally? Where is the, wherewithal to tell Ken to shut up? This is embarrassing. And it's giving, you guys gave nothing on the show. You gave nothing at the reunion. So now you're trying to drum up interest with these social media antics, but it's flopping. Because everyone sees right through it. And then inserting Mel in the Melometers for what? We don't care. And we didn't care when you were on the show because you mumbled through the nonsense with the Martell storyline. By the time we got to the bottom of it, nobody cared. And we still don't care. So there is that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.